Hello, welcome to the Insurance Channel. All the latest news on the world of insurance, only here on Channel 177 on your Skybox. I'm Joe Renzetti, the man in the know. First up today, we bring you the latest breaking news. H&R Insurance, yes, H&R Insurance, you heard me right, has reached their 50th birthday. What a fantastic achievement for this dynamic and fleet-of-foot organization. The company was originally founded in 1972 by Jeff Hansen and Hugh Robertson. These guys were longtime friends, having served in the Royal Air Force together. H&R's gone through many twists and turns in its 50-year journey, but thankfully they still continue to thrive in the experienced hands of the current business team, pleasing many committed clients on a daily basis. After starting out with life, car and home insurance, the company soon evolved by diving into the motorcycle market thanks to Shona's brother Matthew, who was a keen biker at the time. H&R are also leaders in their field. Early on, they adopted new computing technology. They were one of the first to engage in comparison websites and one of the first to challenge the worth of comparison websites. This is an organization that lives and breathes insurance, but always for the benefit of the people that they serve. There have been so many accolades and awards over the years, which is testament to their current success. Our team has been out and about talking to those in the know, so now let's hear directly from those involved and from the people who make it happen on a daily basis. Happy birthday, H&R. Joe Renzetti out.
My earliest memory of the business is probably when I was around about 6-7 years old, and I used to come in to the Dice office in the Asda shopping mall and pretty much, I would say, pester all the employees at the time.
She would come in from school, bounding through the door, full of life, full of beams. She still is. She's still very vibrant, vivacious, and hyper in those days.
I do have memories of me coming in and just messing up all the piles of cash that had been carefully counted. I don't know how people didn't shout at me at the time.
Lock down your pen pots, guys, hold on to your stationery. She was like a Tasmanian devil running around the office, causing complete chaos. And I was just like, oh my God, who is this child?
But I also really enjoyed sitting at the counter and just pretending to serve people. I loved sitting there with all the employees and seeing all the customers coming in through the door from the Dice shopping mall, and I just used to pretend to serve them.
First thing she would demand was petty cash. So of course I was in charge of petty cash, and in those days the notes were considerably higher than what we use now. So I would hand her a £50 note, and off she would go to Asda to buy whatever snacks she could find, and come back invariably pockets filled with as much sweets and smackery as she could possibly lay her hands on.
And I just really enjoyed being in the office and being with my dad, seeing what he did, and just the general office environment, because it was a really nice place to be.
And to this day, I still haven't had the change. So Shona, message to you, I'm looking for the petty cash receipts and the change, please. I joined the company when I was 16 in 1984, and at the time I worked for the travel agency division of the company, and not soon after Hugh took over that business in its entirety, and my memory is of him and his spirit and the fun element that he brought to the company. Hugh sticks in my memory as being such a fun guy to work for. And I thought, you know what, this is not a bad place to work. So I think I might stay. And 38 years later, here I am.
In 1981, we were one of the first brokers to put a computer system into the office. And at that time, it was just one computer which sat on a desk, and I think he paid an absolute arm and a leg for this computer system. So they had all their files in what was called a Rolodex system, and that was what they used to use to maintain the policies and the renewal dates. So they had to load, all the employees had to load the information onto the computer system. And once it was all loaded on, my dad just started getting really annoyed that nobody actually used the computer system. They kept going back to the Rolodex system. So one night he stayed back late, and he took all the paper files and he just threw them in a skip at the back of the Asda shopping mall. And then that was it. H&R or Hanson and Robertson was fully computerised after that, so no one could go back to their paper files. But the investing in that computer system at the time made a dramatic difference to the way the business operated.
Hugh was always very innovative. Shona is still really innovative. It's a really nice environment to work in. Everyone that works here gets on really, really well with each other. I think we're more a family environment because we've all known each other for so long, and that stood the test of time. I think staff loyalty has been something that they are very lucky to have had, and I'm sure they would agree with that. So yeah, it's a nice place to be.
So I'd say the favourite part of the job is making sure that the customers feel relaxed and leave with a smile.
My favourite part about working at H&R has to be the ability to help people understand more of what they actually need insurance for. People have expectation of, I need this, A, B and C, but you need A, B, you don't need C, but you need D and E. So there is additional parts that they always need that they don't think about, and it's trying to get them to understand what you do actually need and what you don't need.
So we often get asked what our typical client is, and I would just say that we don't really have a typical client. We do all sorts, from property owners who own listed buildings to flats, big landed estates, motor fleets, a lot of hauliers, and we also do the recovery vehicles that pick up the hauliers if they have an accident or break down. And of course that leads me into when clients do have claims. We have seen our fair share of claims, and that's where a broker like ourselves are there to help firsthand in our clients' hour of need. So some of our clients have had some really devastating claims, and we've been there every step of the way to help them and guide them through that claim process.
A couple of months before the fire at Lethington Mill, we moved our insurance to H&R. In retrospect, looking back on it, it's one of the best things I ever did, because they were very helpful to us in a way that I think a larger internet-based insurer wouldn't. You know, the fact that we're local just meant so much. On the day of the fire, two of the guys, Brian and Derek, were there within an hour, which you just wouldn't get anywhere else. And in the days following, they were very helpful in working out how we deal with it. I've worked with H&R Insurance for the last 6 years or so, and I've always found them to be very proficient, professional, local, friendly. They really get my business. They understand what it's like to run a small business, and without their help, I think we might well not be here today.
The main factors that made us look to change our insurance company were to get people that would actually listen to what our requirements were. We felt we weren't being seen by the previous insurance provider, and they didn't really get to understand what we were about. They didn't really seem to want to help. What they want to do is just make us fit into their boxes. What we got with H&R really was a much closer understanding. They delivered what they promised, which was that they were local and they understood the local industry. I got to meet first time with the managing director straight off the bat. There was no airs or graces at all. It was great just to get to know Shona, and got a real feeling that it was actually me and the company that she wanted to get to know. We're a small business, but we have 4 different outlets. and she got to understand all 4 of them very quickly. It meant then that we could get back on with work while her and her team went back to the office and figured out the best way to save us money and to offer the best policies they could. They offered a great service right from the get-go. I couldn't recommend them highly enough. I just feel that, you know, keeping things like insurance local is the best thing that we can do.
To reach 50 years is an incredible achievement. Probably when I took over, I didn't ever really think about reaching this milestone. I think, if I'm honest, there are a lot of people there that maybe didn't want us to reach this milestone, and I'm really glad that we've proven them wrong. I never had any doubt, but yeah, I'm just really proud that we've got this far. My father could have sold the business when he decided to retire back in 2004, and actually he didn't. He entrusted me to take it on and carry on leading it, and I'm very grateful for him for that opportunity. I need to acknowledge as well everyone that makes this possible, everyone that's enabled H&R to get to the 50 years, and that is all of the past and current employees of H&R. Every single one of them has made a difference, and they make a difference every single day.
I've made a considerable amount of great friendships working here over the years, and we're a really great bonded group of people, and I really, really respect all my colleagues that I work with.
They are instrumental in everything that we do. Without them, H&R wouldn't exist. The company has evolved so much over the last 50 years, and at every step of the way, the H&R employees have been behind that evolution, making it happen, believing in it, believing in my father first of all, and Jeff Hansen, and also ultimately believing in me, the boss's daughter, when I took over 18 years ago. And that was a huge step and leap of faith for everybody to say, actually, yeah, we're going to support Shona. So that I feel very thankful that they did, because without them, we wouldn't be here.
So I'd like to thank Shona for always being there for us. Unlike big companies where you're just a number, you feel like a person here, and she's always got our back. She's such an amazing boss and always makes us feel special.
I would just like to say thank you to the Robertson family for sticking by me, taking me on when I was 16, and yeah, I'm really appreciative and really grateful to them.
To all our clients who entrust us to place their insurance, if it wasn't for our clients coming to us and entrusting us day in, day out with their insurance requirements, then the company wouldn't be here, we wouldn't be here, I wouldn't be here. And also my family and friends who have to put up with, yeah, they're more than their fair share. So my family that have to put up with the day in, the day out of what it's like to live with somebody who's running a business and has got the pressure on them to deliver every day and just keep the wheels going and make sure that everyone is happy. And at times it's been really difficult because we've had our ups and downs, but they're all there supporting me in the background. From my husband, who has to deal with all the day-to-day stuff, and he's great, my husband Grant, and my mum and dad, who had given me the opportunity to do this and to trust me, and who are there for me as well if I need their support. And my brother Matt, who works in the company, who looks after all the IT and makes sure that the IT runs smoothly, but also does a great job at dealing with the clients. And my sister as well, who reminds me to get out and exercise every so often. Without the support of my family, then this job would be an awful lot harder than it is.
That's great. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, so as I say, I'll follow in a couple of days' time.
So in the next 50 years, where do I see H&R? Wow, I see us still continuing to deliver the same service, the same claims service, the same local independent service to our clients that we always have. I think at the moment, clients, that's what they appreciate. They appreciate that we're on their doorstep and that we can come and visit them at the drop of a hat if need be. And you just don't get that if you're not local to your client base. And that's where we've got a real advantage because we are local and we can be on hand. It's as simple as that. It's what clients want and that's what we deliver. And it's not rocket science, it's quite simple. Just having a relationship and being there when we're needed.